So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Chill. 52 to mine. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, I 7. Hey, 1 check. Good. Line 54. Hey, Delta. 54 is Mike.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason. Herndon's got it complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Look at me. Zipper. Right there.
On 3rd down. Eason. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
54 is Mike. Check it.
On 1st down, Eason. And a coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down now, it's Coleman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it's going to be third down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Situation. Let's go. Hey, what's that? Check 5. We own it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them. All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jerome Baker able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Focus, defense, focus. Watch the safety creep. Hey, dude. Christian, Travis.
Throwing on first down. Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Ready.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Slam.
Throwing again. Eason. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11.
First down, Miami.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. Hey, team 6. 53 is the mark. Not today, you want. Not today.
Off the play fake. Eason. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 20.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
53.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's bring it. 10-2 stop. X3. Who we keep top?
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Nevin Lawson there on the tackle.
Look at me. Score. Score. Hey, stand up.
Now a give right side, Coleman. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
You ready? Mike 5-4. Right here, right here. Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw. Eason. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Carl Nassib in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Carnow on 1st down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
6-man. Check girls, check girls, check
Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one, sure.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. No. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. 53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Let's go.
Back to throw. Eason. Throw complete to Herndon. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Okay. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I don't even know why this team's so... Bravo! 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Get it.
2nd and 4. is here as he's taken down. Max Crosby. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. The Dolphins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Rush in. Routine, spell. Squeeze. Leo. Check 25.
From the gun, Eason. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
This is fielded inside the 5. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Throw from Carr complete to Renfro. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Carr going to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Carr. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Carlson able to put this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
80 weapons. Hey, Charlie.
54.
2nd and 2. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
Check, nickel.
Hard.
Check.
Hey, wahoo. Go.
He's checking crack.
Be different.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. Now Carr. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check 13.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eason. Flushed out right. Going deep here. That's caught inside the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
On first down, Coleman able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off play action, Eason. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 13 yards out, the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. that doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, it's Jacobs, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a better game here in the second half, just trying to get going. And he can't get rid of it, he's taken down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now!
53, check 53.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Alpha!
53, Mike.
From the gun, Eason. And this is Parker, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up.
On the ready.
But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. 2nd and 1. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Undercrush. X3. 218, chopper.
On 2nd and 15 now. Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Carr to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerome Baker. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
On the double. Hey, Echo.
54. Say what you meant. Right there. 54. Right there.
Off the play fake. Eason. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Back to throw. Eason. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. 2nd and 14. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
Protein spill. Give me that ball, defense. Ready?
They'll run it with Coleman. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tevin Coleman. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jerome Baker, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw, it's Carr. His throw incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Operating from the gun. Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line.
Watch QB drop.
Check. 80 weapon. You're out.
Watch 24.
Shoot.
Looking to throw. Eason. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Raiders take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Kill. Raider 1.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Throwing to start the drive. Eason, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Sanders on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Come on, man. Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you'll only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28.
Ready? 8, read.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Miami.
Blue draw Corkers. Big River.
On first down, Coleman. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.